Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Alone Together Pittsburgh. I am your host, Patrick Jordan. We are streaming at you live here. Apparently, my name is Poopy Jack from my jack off of a co conspirator here, Dave Mansueto. But I'm here to be your host tonight. Thank you for joining us. This is, I believe, episode 122, starting off week 39 of Alone Together Pittsburgh. We've been streaming at you live since the shelter-in-place order came down from the state. Even though there hasn't been any other official words on a shutdown. Who knows what's going to happen here? But we're here. The COVID numbers are not looking so good in Allegheny County. I think it was 727 cases today and 34 deaths. So we really need to start locking things down, folks. Across the board, please. That means you wear your mask. Please avoid gatherings. You know, I know the holidays, everybody wants to get together. We can just push it off a couple of months here. Things aren't looking great. And also, things are looking bad. I mean, I hate to be like the bearer of bad news just at the start of the show. Like, this show's pathetic. I can't watch this. They're teasing some potential new shutdowns coming up this Saturday, but they haven't said what they were. And frankly, I don't know. I would like everyone to be honest. I don't know if you guys agree or not. Chime into the notes here or in the comments section. Ask me some questions or agree with me or disagree with me. But I think it'd be great for the restaurants that are about to get closed down in some way or another to have time to plan for that. So dangling this carrot like it might be coming is worrisome. So maybe we should have someone from the county on the show or someone from the state. I don't know. It's probably going to be coming from the county. So that's the deal. So we're going to have to look into that. But it would be nice to plan because like the night before Thanksgiving, which, I mean, I agree with, it shouldn't have been open, but they should have told you the following week and not like the day before when every bar who's already dying just bought a whole stock of booze and now, oh, sorry, you're closed. So that's happening again. So let's just think about everybody or come up with some type of stimulus money. Anyway, enough about COVID. You guys know what to do. Wash your hands, keep social distancing, wear that mask, make sure it covers your nose wherever you go. If you go out, if you go for a walk, wear your mask. That's all I'm saying. Even if you're not around anybody, put your mask on just in case. All right, there's my 10 cents. Sorry about that. We've got a great show for you tonight. Very, very, very excited about it. Later on tonight, we have Schwa Potter here tonight, who's doing double duty right now because this Friday he has got his LIZA with a Tree drag special, and he's also currently streaming at City Theater with Claws Out, a musical that he wrote. So it's going to be great. I think this is Schwa's third time on the show, so I'm very excited to have him back. And also, a little bit later, or a little bit earlier, we're going to have, Alisa Fava-Fasnacht is going to be here, and she's going to talk about a lot of things. She's doing our Farm2Table segment tonight, so I'm really excited about that too. But before we get to that, it's time. It's the Tournament of Champions. It's a little thing called the Engine House 25 Winery Jag-Off Poll. That's right, folks. Brought to you by Engine House 25 Winery. It's the Jag-Off Poll. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is a doozy. We are in the final four. We started this in March when March Madness got canceled. We didn't think we were going to be on the show when this thing ended, but here it is at the ending. There have been over 165 different pairings of contestants to get to this thing, right? So here we are, okay? It is happening. It's done. The winner goes on to the finals, okay? It was a big one, and people came out. Dave, tell them what happened.
Striking distance versus cookie table. Striking distance versus cookie table. Striking distance versus cookie table. Two of the Pittsburgh heavyweights duking it out for one entire week. And boy, did Pittsburgh come out. Boy, did Pittsburgh want to see this one go down. Boy, was it a knockdown, drag-out battle royale. And the final results, you ready for this, Patrick?
I'm not ready. I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready. I can't believe
And
this.
with like 70 votes, like 75, 77 votes, the final results are in, and Cookie Table has defeated Striking Distance, something I never, ever would have expected. I voted for Striking Distance, spoiler alert, but Cookie Table has defeated Striking Distance. Cookies in the mouth of that bald man, that bald action man. Go do your other movie, bald action man, or play the blues with your blues harp. And the sleaze from the South Side. Make that happen. That's your thing. You got something else to look forward to. Bye-bye.
Wow. Okay, folks, you saw it here. All right, we have gone through this poll. It is astronomical. It is amazing. It is big time, okay? This is the Jagoff poll. Now, we mean this as a term of endearment. We are not trying to find somebody who is a derogatory version of the word Jagoff. We use it as a term of endearment out of love. Okay, we love every contestant, and it is quintessential Pittsburgh, right? So the Cookie Table beat a lot of Pittsburgh favorites to get where it is, and Striking Distance made a beeline through that bracket. I believe Striking Distance was in the South Side bracket. The Celebrity bracket was Cookie Table. So that's what it came down to. We are going to have a show, not the whole show, but we're going to have a feature on the show next week dedicated to the poll. It might even be tomorrow. Okay, so it's coming up. All right, but we're going to talk.
Could be next month.
It could be next month. We don't know. The problem is we don't know. But all right, so that's what it is. I'm very it's pretty wild to get there. But now tonight, the poll's going to be live tonight at the end of the show. The big dog's coming. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But before we do, okay, we want to tell you a little bit about Engine House 25 Winery because they are phenomenal. If you go to eh25.com, you can go to their website. You can check the selection of wines that they have. All right, they have a wide variety of reds. They've got different flavors. Like right there, that's the tequila wine, which was wine that was aged in a tequila barrel. It's not that deep, folks. They get it. They do it right. They've got the Christmas edition. They've got different gift certificates they could do. They've just partnered up with Espresso Amano. They've got Chardonnay, they've got Sauv Blanc, they've got a million reds from Merlots to the Cabs, to the Zins, to the blends. The grapes come from everywhere from Napa to Chile and everywhere in between, hand-selected and made at Engine House 25. And if you go there and you tell them, go to EH25 and you tell them you found out about them from Alone Together Pittsburgh, you'll receive $5 off per bottle. That's per bottle, not per case. That's $5 off per bottle. You buy a case, you're going to save $50. So please let them know that you found out about them here. And please check out and buy local this year, Engine House 25 Winery. Check them out. They're also home to the Roberto Clemente Museum and Lola's Eatery. So check that out. Now we have a little thing called the Engine House 25 Winery Lil Jagoff poll, which is our in-show poll that only you, the current viewing audience, gets to vote on, okay? Not the people listening to the podcast, audio-only version tomorrow, not the people who are watching this thing later because they're watching like the Grinch live musical right now. You get to vote, and this one is different. We are deviating a little bit. Dave, tell them what's up.
I think you take this one, Patrick. This one's fun.
Okay, we're going to have some fun here with this one, okay? We're having an in-show poll. It's fun. Usually, it's one or two things doing battle against each other. This time, we're not doing that, okay? We're incorporating Schwa Potter's performance coming on second in the show tonight. It is, where is the location that Schwa had his last margarita? That's it, folks. Get to voting right there. Your options are Mad Mex, Bakersfield, El Burro, or Patron. Okay, those are your four restaurants or bars or whatever. Where is the last one where Schwa had his last margarita? People are already starting to vote. Okay, so get in there, get your votes in. It's not which one restaurant's the best. It's where in the world did Schwa have his last margarita? So get on that. Get to voting. All right.
It's kind of like those lobsters that predict the soccer winner. You know what I mean? And you're the lobsters. You get to be the Christmas lobster.
Think about that. Everybody wants a Christmas lobster. That can be you. So get your vote in right now, and we're all going to find out, where is it that Schwa had his last margarita? I want to know. So do inquiring minds. So, yeah, Tara Mays is excited that the cookie tables beat striking distance. She's very excited about this. All right, Tara. So coming up next, the next one, everyone knows what it is. There's a showdown coming in the overnight poll. There's 1 week to vote for this overnight. One big week, the Jagoff poll, to get to the finals, and then it will finally end. And the pressure will be off. It's between two human beings. Dave, do you want to talk about it now, or do you want to save it for the end of the show for like drama?
Let's save it for the drama. Leave it at the end. Maybe we can even get it up on the website because now.
Oh, good. That's good. So we're gonna get it up on the website. We're gonna drop it at the end. But right now, in case there's anything else that wants to be talked about, Dave, I think it's time to bring out our first guest, if possible.
I like where you're going with this.
Okay, well, I tell you right now, I'm very excited about this guest. She is a fourth-generation dairy farmer and a serial entrepreneur from Washington County. In addition to carrying on her family's dairy farm in Scenery Hill and owning a farm-to-table marketplace in Washington, PA, she's been building boxes for nonprofits since this pandemic started. And she's working right now. She's taking a break from working, and she's here with us right now. Very excited to have her. So please welcome Alisa Fava-Fasnacht. Keeping it real, keeping it local, buy fresh, buy local.
Hi, guys.
Hey, what's going on, Alisa?
Well, just another day, right?
Absolutely. Thanks for being here with us. I know you were.
Thanks for having me.
You were hustling. We did a sound check. You had to go back to work, and then you came back here. You're punching clocks. So what are you working on tonight?
Tonight, it's crazy because, it's pre-Christmas kind of, and everybody's just going nuts. So we're handling inventory and making sure we have everything we need and touching base with our producers, farms. We represent over 50 small farms and small producers who bring the very best of that entrepreneurial spirit when it comes to food to our marketplace. And so we're kind of like, I tell people to think of us as like a year-round farmers market. So that's a lot of logistics, a lot of coordination. People are getting in that gift giving mode and nobody really knows, like you guys were talking about, there needs to be some transparency on the part of our government here in terms of what we can expect. So folks can plan, be a little less anxious about it, right? But we're still moving forward with making sure we have plenty of the really good locally produced and grown items available for folks, and that's what I'm working on. I'm gonna pack a cheese curd order when I'm done talking to you guys, and it's gonna go to Sorgel's tomorrow, folks. So if you want to get some amazing fresh cheese curds from Pleasant Lane Farm Creamery, they're in Latrobe. They're kind of the new kids on the block. They're the new cheesemakers on their farm, and friends of mine, and I'm real happy to be working with them. So that's what I'm gonna do when I'm done.
All right, that's amazing. So, I mean, is Sorgel's like a hub for you, or you have stuff everywhere?
Well, we have stuff, going out to places all the time. I mean, I would say my hub is the marketplace at Emerald Valley. We're located at 145 South Main Street in Washington, in historic South Main Street section of the city. But we certainly got product out. We have some product at the Spring House, which a lot of folks are familiar with. They've got some curds in there. Marcia is a very big supporter of local. And of course, she's a farm girl just like me. We grew up together showing cows in 4-H at the county fair. So we've known each other for a long time. So they have some, we have some. There's cheese going everywhere. We have cheese going to Senecola Restaurant, one of my favorite places in Irwin. Latitude 48, the new guys on the block down there in like Finleyville area, backside. They're doing, Chef David and his crew doing an amazing job. We sent cheese to Nemacolin and Woodlands to Lautrec. Wow. Chef Kristen. Oh, yeah,
I've met Chef Kristen. Okay.
So we're around. We kind of get around.
Lautrec's like the only 5-star in the state, right?
Yes, yeah. That is true.
All right, amazing. See, all right, so you've got that going. Now, Dave had the website up there, and that's your marketplace website. So if I wanted to buy some stuff right now, I could go onto the website and just kind of like have my pick at this stuff.
Have at it. So we have a virtual farm stand up there. That kind of came into existence pretty rapidly with COVID. It was kind of funny because I had thought prior to COVID about doing one, and then COVID came, and it was like, okay, here we go. So it's been very successful. We work really hard at keeping it. It's very up to date. It's probably the most up to date thing we've ever done. I have an amazing team that I work with of people who make sure that the freshest, the best is there. That we stay stocked up. Every once in a while we run out of something, but we always make it right. And folks can get on there and they can shop, they can place their orders. I see it rolling up in front of me right now there. The pictures, you guys are doing a great job with that. Just amazing things. Everything we do is, the focus is on quality. It's on local. I know everything about where these products came from, who has produced them, how they've been produced. I can tell you that all of our meats, for example, are local, and we make sure everything is coming from the United States. So we vet everything.
I mean, that's amazing. So, I mean, if I go on there right now, I saw that there's individual items, there's barrels of apples, but I also saw like platters that you guys piece stuff together. So it's like a one-stop shop too. Yeah,
for sure. Well, what you saw, the platters you saw, those are our antipasta grazing platters. So little play on the word grazing. Being a dairy farmer, one of the greatest things to do is just kind of watch a cow graze, and the way she does it is pretty interesting. And I think when we're doing the antipasta, I'm Italian, that's my heritage, so I love big, bountiful looking platters. And so there's one right there that my girl Mama Ferrari threw that together. That's a recent one that we did. Every single thing on there you see is fresh and local. You got some Parma meats in there. I can see that right now. Maybe the blueberries weren't so local because we're out of season right now, but I've got some ring bologna there in the back left corner. That's from our friends at Toma Meat Market up in Saxonburg. We do got some antipasta items like the pepper shooters, and my olives come from my girls, Connie and Katina, down at Stimulus Brothers. I just love them.
Stimulus, yeah.
And you can go to Stimulus and get our cheeses there. They do a wonderful job of featuring local. They have a PA preferred cooler right in the middle of the two shops. So it's super fun to go there. I love it. It's one of my favorite places to go. And they have the curds from Pleasant Lane. They have cheese from me, Emerald Valley. Of course, we make cheese as well. So there's a lot of good support.
Yeah, speaking of that cheese, Aaron Hart just kind of chimed in here to remind us. We tried the orange cranberry fromage that was in the harvest tasting box from Farm to Table.
What did you think?
It was amazing. It was so good. It's a lot of fun. That's good. Dave, is that your picture or is that like from the website?
You bet. It brought the Christmas cheer to the living room. Look at that. The tree's happy.
There you have it. And actually, I got some new packaging on that since you got that container, but what's inside is just as delicious. So that's fromage blanc, and for people who are not familiar with that, that is a very light French style cream cheese. So we make that. That's made at Pleasant Lane, the cheese itself, and then we bring that cheese into to our shop, and we flavor it. And those are proprietary recipes that we've developed over the years. Those are my mother's recipes.
It's so
good. We got some Mama Antoinette love right there.
It's so good. I hated to let my daughter try it because I wanted it all for myself. But yeah, it was a big hit over at the Jordan household. But good. Yeah, so we're now fans. Now, one other question for you on the website there, is it pickup, is it curbside, or do you guys deliver?
All of the above, my friend. You have to be adaptable and flexible and all those things. So we understand that everybody's doing it different in this like COVID era in which we live, and we respect that. So if you want to come in and shop, you can certainly come in and shop. We're okay with that. Everybody uses common sense, social distance. You got to have a mask to get in there. That's just the way it rolls. But if you want to get your order and you want to curbside it, we will happily run that out to you. And yes, we will deliver. So delivery is just $10 anywhere in the Pittsburgh area. We're not limiting ourselves too much there. $40 minimum, $10 for the delivery. But right now, if you order $100 or more, we're waiving the delivery fee until the end of the year. So we're just, we know folks are kind of up against it, and we want to make sure everybody has access to local. And that's, when you feel kind of helpless in this COVID era, what can I do? How am I going to do this? You worry about the economy. Never underestimate the economic impact of buying local, because that money goes is invested, it's reinvested right back into the community right here. We hire right here, we spend right here. These farms and producers all live right here, so they're doing the same. So when you support us, you're supporting them.
Man, that's just amazing. I am such a fan, and I love what you're doing here. And I'm gonna have
Thank you.
I'm gonna go on your website tonight, and I'm gonna lose my mind.
You need to get some cheese curds, Patrick. I'll tell you firsthand.
Yeah, get the cheese curds. There you see them right there. They are really amazing. Like he makes some super wonderful, interesting flavors. He's traveled the world. So he being Jason, he and his brother and his family are doing that, and they're amazing. Jason's been around the world, and you can tell that by the flavors in there, like chermoula, which is a Moroccan flavor, or something like everything bagel that we can all relate to, or pastrami.
And they're fresh because they're squeaky. That's the thing about cheese curds. They're squeaky. When you get the squeak, they're as fresh as can be.
You got it. There's an educated consumer right there, my friends.
He's a professional.
Good.
That's this is just phenomenal. So I am so glad to find out about this. And I know it was here, but I wasn't really as in tune. Look at so much stuff is here. I don't know why you'd want to go anywhere else. And waiving so it's $40 minimum, which is actually a smaller minimum than like the large box stores that are doing delivery right now too. And waiving that for $100. Over $100, I don't see how I could spend less than $100 if I'm on this website for more than 5 minutes. Real quick before we I know you gotta be somewhere. So how long did it take you to get this website up and running once the pandemic hit, like in March?
It actually happened really quick, and I have to give a lot of credit to Ben Odie. He does my IT work from Badger Bear Designs. And he lives up north of the city, and he's just really super knowledgeable. He's into the food. And also my brand manager, Terry Packard, she's down in Boonesboro, Maryland. Those two folks just hunkered down. It did not take long. I'm talking like a matter of, a couple weeks. I had a very small cart, very small. And I would say well within a 10 to 14 day time period, it was up and running. And they've just worked at it diligently ever since. So you can see, as we're adding, we just continually add product. We have folks who come to us with product. We vet everything, to make sure it meets, the criteria and the standard. And it's we also want to be sure it's something we think our consumers are interested in having. I'm very service oriented and consumer oriented. You're a big part of what we do. Okay, so I've got to be in tune with you and what your interests are and what your needs are, you being the consumer. So that's where all our focus goes.
Well, Alisa, thank you so much, and hope good luck to you making it through the holiday season. I know you're going to be busy.
Yeah.
And thank you for everything that you're doing. And I think it's brilliant. And so keep up the good work. And if you ever have anything that you want to talk about in the future, come back on. A standing invitation any night you want to come on.
Thank you so much. And hey guys, thanks for helping us get the word out. It's going to help.
All right. Thank you. We will. And we're going to post that. We're going to post it on our website. We're going to post it on all our social things. We're going to keep rerunning the link for the for this package for the website here at the marketplace in Cedar Valley. Thank you so much. And remember, this is our Wednesday segment. To buy fresh, buy local. It's FARM2TABLE.com. You can find links to Alisa's stuff and so many other farms that are working it. You can find out where farmers markets are and all of the above. So check those two websites, FARM2TABLEPA.com, and check out the marketplace in Cedar Valley. All right, so that's exciting, okay? Because I'm just beside myself. The Emerald Valley, the marketplace at Emerald Valley is just exciting. So now that we're done talking about the marketplace at Emerald Valley, let's check in on where Schwa's last margarita was before we bring out Schwa himself. So
it's pretty universal here. It looks like you got a bunch of Mad Mexers that are saying the only prescription if you're trying to scratch that Marg itch is going to come from Mad Mex. It looks like 4-1 on the other ones there. Bakersfield, El Burro, Patron, boom, boom, boom. But I guess there's only one way to really find out, you know?
Well, we're gonna have to wait and get it from the horse's mouth. Okay, so that's I'm very excited to have him. So coming up next on the show here right now, like I said before, he's in the 3-timers club. This might be his 4th time, but it's probably his 3rd time. But we're very excited to have him here. He's a fan favorite and has been working his ass off in the pandemic, just straight hustling, taking over this digital platform. Has 2 projects going right now. One is Claws Out at the City Theater, which is streaming currently. You can get in on that and buy a ticket and take that ride. And this Friday at 8 o'clock, he's doing a drag show, Liza with a Tree, okay? Which I had to send it to my mother and like several other friends and family just because the Liza with a Z thing was like on a loop when I was growing up. And the fact that like the Liza with a Tree makes brilliant sense. But before we get into that, we're going to give you a little taste from Claws Out. Now, this is not from the show that you will see when you get it streamed from City Theater. This is just one of the numbers that Schwa performed at a different time. So, Dave, if we can roll tape and see what Mrs. Claus has to say.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Every morning little birdies help me wake up, swarming in and twittering away. Tickling just a little as they do my makeup and dress me in my couture for the day. If you're wondering who's this Cinderella, humbly I'd reply, do I look poor? Huh? I'm not a pauper or some Disney princess, but the queen of Christmas busting through the door. I love that I'm Mrs. Claus. I walk into a room and boom, there's thunderous applause. And though my northern home is kind of monochrome, its many perks by far outweigh its flaws. And all because I'm Mrs. Claus. Every time I check the mirror, I'm in heaven. Not a single wrinkle, not a pore. Look at my face. You'd be shocked to learn that I'm 107, 'cause I don't look a day past 24. Magic gushes off these nails like water. In fact, this water I could turn to wine. And if you're wondering what she thinks she's Jesus, I am not, but we're both Jews, which is divine. I love that I'm Mrs. Claus. My cottage smells like ginger snaps and cranberry sauce. It's all a bit surreal, the constant bliss you feel when your life is like a dream without a pause. There should be laws. I'm Mrs. Claus. Little elves stock my shelves with Gucci and Chanel and mix up perfect cocktails when they're through. Even though there's tons of snow as far as you can see, the temperature's a constant 72. What a shock when I talk that I sound so sweet, when back in Queens my accent was so thick. And thanks to Nick, who gets a price. Crazy though it sounds, I own so many gowns that in 1,000 years I'll never have to wear one twice. I love that I'm Mrs. Claus. My job is spreading joy, and boy, there's no better cause. Right here in the North Pole, I feel my life is whole, so here I'll stay until the damn place cause it's swell that I could quell, that I'm oh the luck, that I'm sure don't suck, that I'm showing off, that I'm muzzle top, that I'm simply loving, that I'm Mrs. Claus.
Hey, and it's Schwa Potter right now.
Hey! Howdy, howdy, howdy.
The actual, it's nice to see you, and I'm sure you're happy to not be in drag.
I'm
for
always
a moment
happy to
today.
not be in drag. It's nice to see you too. It's been a while.
So, it's been a while. That was
oh, well,
a showstopper,
thanks. That's actually
Schwa.
the opener to the musical Claus Out.
Amazing. So and that's you've been busy. So you've been churning some things since this pandemic happened. I mean, I've caught a lot of your drag brunches and things like that you've been doing, but you did a full blown musical.
Yeah, we wrote a whole musical and produced it. I can't believe somebody produced it.
But quickly, right? So now,
Yeah.
now where did the concept for this come?
Well, last year I was in a show called the Santaland Diaries at City Theater. And it's a very short one-man show. It's only about an hour. And so the artistic team there said that they wanted to round that out with something else, like do 2 acts. And that play does come with another little mini show, but they didn't really want to do that. So they suggested, oh, maybe you create something with drag, because I've been a professional drag queen at that point for 7 years. Now it's been 8. Oh my God, 8 years. So anyway, I created this character, Mrs. Rachel Claus, and she's, Santa's wife. She's a gorgeous, young, voluptuous, Jewish Mrs. Claus from Long Island. And I said it'd be so funny if she had like a cabaret show. Well, Montez Freeland was the director for Santaland Diaries, and he had no idea that we were going to be creating this little partner act for Santaland. And I mentioned it to him maybe a week before we started rehearsals. I said, so we're going to make this little Mrs. Claus's cabaret. And he was like, oh, that sounds fun. Who's making that? I said, well, you and I are. And I don't know what it's going to be, but, we'll put our heads together and create something. He's like, all right. So we went in the room, we chatted, about this character that I kind of thought of, and we brainstormed some ideas. We went home, we came back the next day, and he had written a script, and I had written a song. And that, in 24 hours, we created this one act that we ended up calling Santa's TED Talk. And it was just Mrs. Rachel Claus in Pittsburgh, filling in for Santa because he's running late and he doesn't show up for his TED Talk. It was really successful. It was really fun. And
people had a blast. I mean,
yeah. It was super, super fun. And, it was very different than Santaland. It was neat because I kind of did this little mini one act in this fabulous drag character. And then during intermission, I would shower everything off and then come out as this curmudgeon-y elf. And I confused a lot of people. I would say probably 90% of the older gentlemen who came to see the show did not believe that it was the same actor. They were very confused, which I took as a big compliment.
I would. I mean, I'm just saying, Mrs. Claus is hot. So
yeah.
That's the thing. So they didn't want to know. They didn't want to believe it. You opened up doors for people. You opened up their spiritual journeys are on a different trajectory here. Oh, speaking of Montez, here's a clip from you guys.
Yes, there's Montez. So we wrote the book together and then both starred in the show together. And
Schwa, people workshop shows for years before they get like a reading. Okay.
Usually.
I just think it's just amazing that you whip together the one act quickly on the fly while you're already in rehearsal for
Yeah.
Santaland. Then this one, in less than a year's time, you basically turn around to a full-blown musical with Doug Levitt. Look at that. Well, yeah, Mrs. Claus. I can see where people were confused.
Yeah, well, she got some work done. Mrs. Claus got some work done for this production for sure.
Well, I'm glad they had the budget for it.
Hey, hey, you know.
I mean, in these trying times, it's good to know that they can put the money in the right place. But good stuff. So you turned that around with Montez, and Montez is in this one now.
Yeah, we had so much fun with the one act. You know, we went into the new year, and I met up with Mark Masterson over at City, and you know, he really just encouraged me to go forward with this idea of writing a whole show because I had expressed interest. Montez had, and he, you know, he kind of gave his advice and gave his encouragement, and then I called Montez and I said, "Hey, man, let's do this because I think it would be fun." And I've been wanting to write a full show for a long time. And this is before the pandemic, you know, in January. And we were like, all right, so we just kind of started. And then Doug got involved. And then all of a sudden the pandemic hit. And we were already writing this thing mostly over Zoom because it's just easier than having to travel to see each other. So we're like, all right. So we finished writing it. City managed to do this, you know, workshop over the summer. We did a writer's workshop where, you know, we were like really 20 fucking feet away from each other. I'm allowed to curse.
Yes, you can. This is we're after 8 o'clock.
So fucking far away from each other. It's like he was in the other room, but they've got this huge rehearsal studio. So Doug is like way over there. They set up mics for us. We're singing with masks on. It was a fucking pain in the ass. But Doug and Montez and I, we just clicked and we got just, you know, we would just get these little tweaks and notes from Claire and from Mark. And then we would just run with it. And no one had any real ego about cutting things if they weren't working or about changing things. And it was just, it was the coolest experience of my artistic life in a really long time because it was so new for me and it felt so right.
Yeah, and you had I mean, that's a dream team of collaborators too. I mean, Doug Levine, Montez, and Claire and Mark even, but you know what I mean? That's but that's just that you just had like a nice, like a nurturing environment of talented people who are not, you know, putting themselves above the whole. But a question for you. Had Montez ever done drag before this?
Yeah, he's done drag, okay. I would say more than 2 handfuls of times. But, you know, never like this.
And because of the pandemic, right? You're not buying a ticket and going to see the show in person.
Right.
So you essentially shot a movie of a musical.
Correct.
Now, how did that go, and where did you shoot that thing? Because I've seen a couple of little tiny clips of it, and it looks pretty impressive.
Yeah, we shot it in 2 locations. We did a few of the little things from Act 2 where Montez and I played different characters at Steeltown, and then we shot the bulk of the show at WQED in Mr. Rogers' studio. Amazing. Which was like, we walked in and I just started to cry. I was like, this is my childhood and I'm about to strap fake tits on and make dick jokes for Christmas cheer. It was such a dream come true.
I tell you what, man, I'm sure Fred Rogers would be proud. I'm sure that's what he was thinking when he left that X the Owl tree right there in the lobby. To walk by. But yeah, I can't imagine, man. I would get some, it gives me chills every time I go into that place. So to imagine to be working there, that's pretty cool. And there's our Fred Rogers thing. We actually, I haven't talked about that tonight. We're looking for the helpers. If you at home know anybody that's doing something to help people out traditionally during this pandemic, please send them to us. We want to have them on here, and you can take that picture down, Dave, as I'm talking. I'm plugging to Fred Rogers. They look for the helpers. Just email us, find out about it. Okay, so Claws out, people can get to that from the City Theater's website. So
Yeah.
do you have to stream that when they're streaming it, or can you watch it anytime during the day?
You can watch it anytime. As far as I know, you buy a ticket and then you get a link and you can watch it anytime you want.
That's awesome. So, I mean, how did you feel performing? I mean, you've been doing Zoom drag shows now for 9 months solid.
Yeah.
I mean, how was it like performing a full musical as if you were shooting the movie version? Really, there's no audience, there's no energy, there's no people like applauding you or laughing their asses off at this.
Honestly, it didn't feel weird at all because I've kind of gotten used to the idea of shooting movie style stuff. Normally I'm in my studio, which this is a very small room, much smaller than even Steel Town. And the camera's right there and it's small, but I haven't had an audience reaction in so long. And I've kind of gotten used to this medium that I was like, all right, we got this, we can do this. And, I think there was a big fear that, we're going to have to change so much about the script or anything like that. But we really didn't have to. In fact, we got to do more with the script because Montez and I were the only actors. We got to kind of develop these other characters in the second act even more than we had imagined. And I think for the storytelling purposes, it turned out great, better than I could have expected.
That's amazing. Okay, so people can watch Claws Out to get into that holiday festive kind of a musical vibe.
Yeah.
But what about Liza? is what's on the tip of my tongue is Liza. All right, so Liza with a tree. Okay.
Yeah.
Now your Liza Minnelli is legendary. Okay, I'm gonna go out there on a limb. It's legendary. It's a thing. It's a thing of beauty. All right, and for even the small little things we were talking pre-show, going back over the stuff. Every time you post something, I'm watching it, but like I'd forgotten about some things. So there was some clips of you with Liza as a grocery store checkout person. Liza, like I'm talking 15-second little clips of Liza auditioning for horror movies. Basically the Liza is amazing. As you can see, Liza right there, she looks beautiful. She's ready for this. What can people expect with Liza with a tree?
Well, I think you can expect the same thing you've been seeing from me and my Liza. More fun holiday auditions for films. More, great songs. What we're doing with this particular show is we're doing a lot of the work ahead of time. So normally with my live streams, I'll do a lot of live singing in the moment. But what we've discovered over time is for the experience at home, it works a lot better if we create musical numbers and sketches ahead of time so that we can really make the quality great. And then we intersperse that with the live interactive moments. So Liza will be hosting the show, but you're going to see some amazing performances from, I have 3 guests. Kat the Lack's going to be there. My friend Billy Mason's going to be there. We're still waiting on the 3rd guest. Maxi Pad. That's her name.
It's a good name. She's a great name.
She's fantastic. But what I'm really excited for this show is that I'm really flexing my acting skills. And I think I'm playing 13 or 14 different characters throughout the entire show.
So Liza with a Tree is a variety show.
It's a big variety show, yeah.
But starring Schwa Potter's 13 different characters.
Yes.
Now, how are you pulling that off?
Yeah, we've been filming for the last week, and we have a lot more filming to do tomorrow and Friday before the show on Friday night.
That's awesome. So a lot of makeup and some fun. I'm super excited about this. Okay, so it's going to be streaming at us live at 8:00 on Friday. Will there be an encore performance? Will you be able to see this? And how do you get tickets?
Yeah, so you can actually go to my website, thatdragqueen.com, and you can get a link to tickets for Liza there and for Claws Out. You can always go back to that website, and it will always be updated with whatever shows I have coming up. Thatdragqueen.com. Follow me on Instagram, thatdragqueenschwa. And yes, there will be an encore of Liza with a Tree. I'm actually also creating a non-interactive version that people will be able to rent on Vimeo on demand. After the 11th, this Friday, they'll be able to rent it up until the beginning of January.
Awesome. Okay, because I've got this show running opposite that show, and I won't be able to see that show unless basically I just do a play-by-play. Like, well, I'll just be watching your show while this is going on.
Yes,
but,
you will get a version that you will get to watch after.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to give everybody a little taste of Liza right now. We've got a little taste of previous Liza. Dave, let's roll a couple of those little tastes, and then we'll have a bigger taste at the end here.
I love cookies. Hi, Alfred. Did you start your new diet? You look thin. Oh, you have? You've gained weight? It doesn't show. I'm reading for the role of Norman Bates. Mama! Oh, Mama! Blood! My mama's bloody. Look at her. Do you see her? We all go a little mad sometimes. What if we made this a little more musical? It was like, hey, stabbing you, gonna die. She's ill. I'm telling you, my mama up on the hill. It's Judy Garland. She's sick. She took 2 pills. Oh, his mama's dead. Oh. Somewhere over the rainbow. Do you want to be a psycho? I just made that song up. If the movie's going to be black and white, I don't know why I wore this gorgeous outfit.
And that was Liza auditioning for Psycho. Genius magic. We've got more Liza before the night is through. But that is awesome. Danielle can't wait till Friday. Maureen loves it. Maxi Pad, great name for a drag artist. I'm watching Schwa here, honey. This is Schwa right here. Yeah. Pepper says hi.
Hi.
Pepper was really loving it when I was going through all the Liza stuff today, and she was like, "Oh, Schwa." She's right. I have a 2-year-old that she's the biggest Schwa Potter fan on the planet.
Babies love me. Babies love me for some reason. I don't know if it's like the colors and like the happy vibes or what, but babies love me.
She still hasn't gotten over the Disney drag brunch.
Yeah, well, there'll be more of that next year. For sure.
Right.
That was my biggest bestseller this year. I did it twice. People love that stuff. People love their Disney.
People love their Disney, and people love that like quality drag.
Well, thank you.
And the other thing is SCHWAdeVIVRE is one of the special drag performers that does not need to lip sync. That said, you are a fantastic lip sync artist.
Well, my favorite thing now is to sing live and record, because you can, fix all the times you fuck up. You can re-record, make it really nice, and then lip sync to my own voice.
I think I saw a little taste of that in Mrs. Claus there at one point.
Oh yeah,
this is good because you get the rattle. This is what a lot of the drag performers out there need to know. It's the rattle, because you know how to sing. And there it is, right there. That's it. I mean, let's get a close up on that, Dave. Let's just zoom in for that lip rattle. Look at that. Look at that. Amazing. Look at that. I thought I could tell what you were singing. It was fantastic. Well, yeah. All right. So I know you are you done for the night shooting stuff for Liza with a Tree?
Yeah. I do have some editing to work on tonight, and we have a full day of shooting tomorrow. And then Friday. Yeah, Friday is going to be a long day before the show, but we're on track to get everything done, and everything's looking really great. So I'm excited.
Okay, a question. Will Ring Them Bells happen in Liza with a Tree?
I don't know if that song is going to happen, but we will be ringing some bells for sure.
Okay, there you go. Very nice.
For sure.
Oh, for sure. Oh, real quick, but I was about to let you go, and then I'm like, holy shit. Let's check the poll.
Oh, yeah.
Because where was the last place Schwa had a margarita? Dave, how's the voting going?
It's on fire. It is on fire. But do they speak the truth? That is the question. Here we are. Still Mad Max every day. Those margs are pretty unstoppable.
Have people changed the vote? Okay, all right. Mad Max. Okay, so I guess we go drum roll. Schwa, where was the last place? That was Pepper again. Schwa, where was the last place you had a margarita?
It was Bakersfield.
Hey, it was Bakersfield.
Yes, because they have a nice outdoor area, and it was already chilly, but they have little heat lamps. Nobody's around.
So, are you going out at all, other than like your one stop at Bakersfield and the outside?
I mean,
Distance thing.
I definitely over the summer I was going out. We would go and we would have dinner, but only at specific places where. I mean, obviously it's Pennsylvania, so everywhere has certain restrictions, but I didn't really want to necessarily sit inside. So we would go places where you were outside and we felt comfortable. But other than that, no. And now that it's cold,
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm home. I'm hunkered down at home for the most part.
Yeah. I am too. I mean, plus like no one's been in my house outside of like the immediate family, like my wife, my daughter, and the emergency disaster relief people when the basement flooded. But no one's been in the house since March, so I don't know if we're overdoing it or whatever. And I bought space heaters for the back patio, so like literally, I have those mushroom top heaters in case like somebody wants to come over. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody's overdoing anything. I think you have to just do what feels right for you, and and try to be as responsible as you can. The thing is, you can only be so responsible. You can't control anyone else's actions. So, you just gotta weigh out all your choices and take your risks as you're gonna do any time in life. Just is what it is.
It is what it is. I'll take that one. Etch it on my tombstone. But Schwa, thanks so much. We're gonna have one more taste of Liza. I believe a little QVC Liza.
Nice.
Coming up here to send us home. But I think you might want to get some rest because you've got another 48 hours of work before your show that's in 36 hours.
Hey.
Yeah. Schwa, thanks for being with us tonight. Everybody, seriously, check out both of these shows. You will not be disappointed. And sign up. I mean, can people, other than following you on Facebook and Instagram, is there a way? Do you have like an email list to sign up for people to like? Is that on your website to just like join the
Yeah, if you go to my website, it'll guide you to sign up. And also, if you buy a ticket, I'll have your email
forever.
And, forever. You can unsubscribe as many times as you want, bitch, but I own your ass now. You're a fan for life.
You heard it here. So that's pretty sweet. So Schwa, I'm gonna send this off. Wait a second. There we go. There's the Insta. It's that drag queen Schwa, and you can see. Oh wow, you can get a little taste of some of the.
Oh yeah.
Some of what's coming up on the Insta.
There she is.
In all her glory.
She's singing about the holidays there.
I can't believe we're watching this. Are you expecting Schwa to lip sync to to do the vocal track, to reverse lip sync? That's something.
Ooh, reverse lip syncing. I think there's a market for that. If I can make some money, I'll do it.
I know you will. Well, you are brilliant, my friend. Get some rest. And I can't wait to see Liza with a tree. And I'm looking forward. I tried to watch I tried to do Claws Out on Tuesday, and I misread the email. I misread how it was supposed to happen. I didn't realize you guys were doing like a live, cocktail hour beforehand, and then I got locked out. I couldn't buy the ticket, so I'll be buying it another night.
Yeah, do it whenever you can. Stream it at 3 a.m. You can wait until right before Christmas. You can watch it tonight. You can watch it tomorrow. You can watch it the next. Do whatever you want.
It'll be like a Christmas story on a loop, 24 hours a day. What we're gonna do, but it's gonna be Claws Out and Liza with a tree, like a rock block. Okay, so thank you so much, Schwa. You're the best. Love seeing you. I miss you. And we're gonna have Liza talk for a little bit before we tell everyone at home who the final 4 Jagoff poll contestants are for tonight. shockingly, it's Kurt Angle and Michael Keaton. But we're gonna go right now. Let's have Liza tell us a little bit more.
Oh, are we filming, Jimmy? All right. Hi, Georgia. It's me, Liza Minnelli. Thank you so much for having me on your show. You know, I've been stuck inside for weeks now because of this terrible COVID. Is it 17 or 18? 19. I'm stuck indoors. I can't do anything. And I'm absolutely bored. And I came up with some fabulous new items that you're going to want for your house when you're trying to not get the coronavirus, which is just terrible. Jimmy, could you grab the first item? Oh, this is one of my absolute favorites that I've made here. And this is just a lovely little mask to cover all of the places on your face where viruses like to infect, like your nose and your mouth. I know you don't want a virus in there, but why look terrible in a paper mask when you could wear this? It matches. See, look at that. It's the same colors, and we've got them in black. I started working with clay, and I just sat there and started working with clay, and I made this. Look gorgeous while you're protecting yourself. These are just the most terrific gloves you're ever gonna see because they're green. I won an Academy Award for my role as Sally Bowles in Cabaret, directed by my best friend Bob Fosse. These are dedicated to my role in Cabaret. Green gloves. And see how we've added the little rhinestones and the little appliques. And it feels so glamorous. And when you're wearing it, here, let's put on the other one. Jimmy, I don't need your help. Thank you. But I could have a cocktail. So you just sit there like this, you know. Never touching your face, but almost. You know, don't touch your face. Or anybody else's. And all you have to do is just this. And then halfway through conversation, you just let it drop. And you can just cross this leg and then put the hands here. You see how that works? You like that? It's nice. And the great thing about these gloves is no matter how you wear them, you just look great. Look at this here. You see these here? These are medical gloves that we're not supposed to take from the hospital, but they're just so fun for the kids. Jimmy, blow this up for me. Yeah. Look at that! But you could do so many things with it. It's fun for the kids. You could wear it as a shoulder pad. You could turn it into a little hat, which I think would be just adorable, especially on the kids. If you're alone, you could draw a little face on here, like Tom Hanks did to that baseball in Cascade. What was that called? Castaway. Oh, you could just have fun for hours with these. Oh, welcome back. Oh, we didn't go anywhere? Oh, yeah. Well, I was on a break. Oh my God! This is one of my favorite, absolute all-time accessories for when you're pandemicking inside the house. This is a fur and rhinestone-encrusted can of Lysol. Yeah, that's right, look. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, I believe this is faux fur, right? Oh, you killed a rabbit? It's faux fur, all right. The great thing is that it's self-cleaning. Okay, all you have to do is just spray it up and then just let it just fall on itself. It's clean as a whistle. You could use this for so many things. It could be your centerpiece. It could be a paperweight. It could be a sexual aid. I suggest covering it some of those blue gloves first. Just because you're being safe doesn't mean you can't be a star. Oh, it's like a shower. Last but certainly not least, for those of you out there who are afraid of, bleach and all of those harsh chemicals, I've got a homeopathic product just for you. It's just vodka with a spray bottle on top. Look at that. Oh, yeah. And I've also got these lovely little sequin cloths. Rags. All you have to do is just spray it and then wipe whatever you need. Oh, hey, Mama. That's delicious.
Thank you, everybody, so much for joining me here to show you my items. Call in, and you can get all of these fabulous COVID-19 inspired glamorous accessories for your home, too. Thanks, Georgia!
Amazing. Oh, hey, Pete, that's not Schwa. That's
What's
Pete. What's up? You made it. You made it back.
I did. Just got home.
Well, how long have you been here?
Maybe like 3 minutes.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you got here just in time for the wrap up here. But
I watched
before
the show. I was listening.
Oh, good. But well, we're going to do the wrap up, and what we're going to do now is the big announcement of the Jagoff poll, the overnight, the over week. It's 1 week long. Dave, could you tell him what it is? Because I can't do it.
You already spilled those beans, Patrick Jordan. You spilled those beans.
Well, tell him about it, Dave.
Big dogs, Michael Keaton versus Kurt Angle. That's right, Kurt Angle versus Beetlejuice versus Batman versus Michael Keaton versus wishes he was Mr. Rogers in the movie, but he couldn't be Mr. Rogers in the movie versus Kurt Angle, who makes pizzas filled with protein powder. Look at him praying he's America's best chance for life versus Batman versus Michael Keaton versus Kurt Angle. Are the Kurt Angle fans going to come out for Kurt Angle this time? Who knows? Are the Michael Keaton fans going to come out for this Michael Keaton man? Will Danny Elfman make a soundtrack to the jag-off of Michael Keaton versus Kurt Angle? Will Oingo Boingo reunite to play the song for the jag-off of Michael Keaton versus Kurt Angle as they play against each other? Will they both look good in a leotard? Yes, they do. How do their crotches look in leotards? Merry Christmas, Michael Keaton versus Kurt Angle. Don't eat Kurt Angle's pizza. It'll give you diarrhea.
What?
That was like mean. That was mean. And these are amazing people. You got mean. I don't know. Dave's just ready for this whole thing to be over. Not just the Jagoff poll.
COVID.
But, just COVID in general. Pete, before we get it, Pete, what are you wearing? What is on your shoulders? What am I looking at?
I'm wearing like a hoodie, like a hoodie.
Okay, got it. Like it looked like it was like it looked like a. It's great. I get it now, but when the hood was down, it looked like you had like some like you were hanging like some sheep over your shoulder. Like
yeah, I wear a sheepskin shawl around the house.
I thought that's what it was.
Not sheep fur, just sheepskin.
I was like, do you have a Sherpa mask? Is that what you're wearing? Is that what's up?
That would be sweet. I do have a sweet poncho. I could put that on a drug rug.
That would be nice. I could.
Yeah, that drug rug is sweet. You got to get that drug rug. You got to show the people the drug rug.
Right? You want to see it now, or should we save it for a better day?
No, get that drug rug out. Bring that. We got a stack. Let's look at that drug rug.
I mean, while he's pulling the drug rug out, I'm gonna
take me off screen so I can come back.
Take him off the screen so we can. So take off screen.
No, off screen.
So here, while we're waiting for Pete to get ready with his drug rug, I'm gonna say this right now. I don't know how guests could top our guests from tonight. I mean, Alisa and Schwa are both amazing people who are like getting it done during this pandemic. They should be like, they should be on currency. So everybody, please, if you just check out both of them right now, I'm gonna be getting a lot of stuff delivered from the marketplace. Oh my!
Did it? I went that route. That's what sobriety has done to me, boys.
But you just bought that?
Yeah.
Oh my God! That's not like from like freshman year of college.
No, man. I'm getting into it now. Late in life, but maybe I'm having a midlife crisis. Who knows?
It's you picked a weird era to go to. Most guys buy like sports cars. You're going with like the drug rug. Did you?
We all got our thing, man.
I could have sworn you picked that up at Teleropa. But no, that's been closed for 15 years.
Let me check out that sweet action.
I will say it's got nice craftsmanship.
Bought it from the dude outside the Polish deli in the strip. The Ecuador. I think he's from Ecuador.
Is he the guy that sells the rugs, or is he just the guy that sells?
He sells it all. He sells the drug rugs. He sells the rugs. He sells.
Is he open to sponsorship opportunities? Perhaps.
I don't know.
We could become like Team Drug Rug. That would be sweet. Alone together, get a little silk screen on the back.
Whatever sponsors, we'll take them.
I mean, it doesn't look like we're going anywhere. So who are we trying to impress at home?
Well, we want to be warm and cozy.
Is that comfortable? I mean, so there's no armholes, right? It's just the throw.
Oh, it's just
with
open
the
on
hook.
the side. It's open on the side.
Oh wow.
It's pretty freaking sweet though. It's like I'm laying down with my own blanket. This way my kid can't steal my blanket. My wife can't steal my blanket. My dogs can't steal my blanket.
And no matter where you are, you can take a nap. That's the thing.
Right.
Did you turn your heater on? Did you turn the heat on yet at the house?
No, we're all wearing drug rugs around the house.
Did you buy one for the whole family?
Maybe I did.
Okay, that's a Christmas card picture that needs to happen. Like I think that's the perfect pandemic Christmas card picture. Just the three of you in drug rugs, literally in a closet.
The dogs too. You got to get some for the dogs.
The dogs drug rugs. They have wheelers. We got the dogs wheelers, like these like flannel, like red and black flannel, like I don't know, like outfits. So
Oxford cloth, checkered something. What are they called?
Yeah, whatever it is.
Well, the amount that's being spent on these drug rugs, you probably could have turned the heat on.
What'd that thing cost?
I think it was like $25 or $30 maybe.
That's money well
Worth
spent.
it. Worth every penny.
I think so. It's
Do they have
really
different
soft.
patterns?
Yeah. It's really soft. It's not like those canvas ones. This one's like, you can see.
Oh, all right. Is that a micro cloth fiber?
I don't know, but it's pretty. I mean, it's reversible too. I got the whole pattern on the
Dude,
inside, too.
flip that over, man.
You want me to flip it over?
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
flip that over. I'm not kidding. This is what it is. Buffalo check. That's what Sarah says.
I'm pretty into it.
I can see that. Oh wow, look at that. There's like a daytime side and a nighttime side.
Right? This is what I wear when I walk around at night, so I don't get hit by a car.
That'll do it. That'll do it. Well,
Because the other side's darker, so you know.
Yeah, I get that. The good news is the hill at your place is so steep, no car can actually go fast.
Dave's driven up my road. He knows how steep it is.
Pretty steep.
Who has Pete been to become in 2020? Awesome. That's pretty much it. Dave, let me ask you a question. Are you going to go down to the strip? The guy's outdoors. Are you going to buy one of those drug rugs for yourself and Sarah?
He probably has one already.
I got one somewhere. Mine's itchy though, but I kind of but the old ones were sort of torturous. They were always like, or I never had one of those Corona ones. I always wanted one of those Corona ones. I remember once being at the beach and seeing a guy on the bus wearing a Corona drug rug, and it was just like, he looked so cool. And I was like, man, I want to be this guy someday.
Well, you know what? The guy's still on that bus at the beach wearing that same drug
having
rug.
the last laugh, having a blast.
Yeah, those other ones that are like the potato bags or whatever, they're like they're like
itchy.
burlap. Yeah,
those are itchy, but I don't know. I mean, I wonder if anybody would want to wear that Corona one now.
I'd like to wear the one that guy had. If you're
Corona.
out there,
You'll make a trade, Dave. Maybe you could trade.
$100. I'll take it.
Oh, you're going cash because I was thinking you could swap. I mean, drug rugs are for trading. I don't know if you should put dollars on it. You could have like a piece of glass that you could trade for it, or like a grilled cheese sandwich in the parking lot of a concert. I mean, that's how the drug rug trade really
Depends
gets
on
run.
the concert.
I was thinking of one of those concerts. Fish. The other ones since the Grateful Dead no longer is alive. Those concerts big on that trade.
That's one thing. I'm not a big Grateful Dead fan, so now I feel like I need to try again to see if I can hear it, but I just can't get into it.
Maybe you just didn't have the right look. You weren't you had to put on now that you got that, you're good to go. You can understand. You needed an entry point, like with anything.
You're old enough for the Grateful Dead now. I mean, Shakedown Street's a good song. You can get in on that. That's your entryway.
I still can't get into it, man.
Listen to just the hook on Shakedown Street. You'll love it.
I'll try.
All right.
Maybe we'll do like a...
That's your gateway song. Don't do it on the show right now because I'm surprised Facebook hasn't shut us down because we were talking about a musical artist. Facebook's getting sued right now.
Cool.
Yeah. The government.
I saw it was Google the other day and now Facebook today.
Yeah, whatever. Lawsuits. Anyway,
Sweating in this thing already.
All right, well, there you go, dude. So anyway, so we're rounding things up. We got a great show for you tomorrow. Kate Romaine is going to be with us tomorrow night. And then Friday, we've got Dave Bracey, we've got Natalie Besavenga doing 5 Minutes With, and we've got another musical guest coming back. Pete, tell him who's coming.
We got Reed Connolly and his con artists. He's coming on with Elliot Sussman. So
Amazing.
So I think they're going to play a video and talk about Reed's new Christmas record, and yeah, hang out.
All right, fantastic. It's going to be a great show. Looking forward to it. And who has Pete Spinda become in 2020 is the question that you guys can text us, shoot us an email, whatever. Great. And get the voting. Is the voting live yet, or is it going to be
it's
live
up.
a little later? Oh, it's up. So Kurt Angle versus Michael Keaton. Get going. You've got 1 week from tonight to get the winner on that. And I don't know if we're gonna have to extend that one because it's two fan favorites. So get the vote on right there. An Olympic gold medalist, the WWE champion versus, like, you think of Pittsburgh celebrity, you think Michael Keaton, Michael Douglas Keaton. He is. These guys are both the genuine article in their own respective worlds. They've both been to the mountain and have come down and made it back up again. So I don't know. I was not anticipating to have two living human beings facing off against each other in this poll, but it is on right now. It is Keaton versus Angle. The winner goes on to face the cookie table. So get on that, folks.
We got some early votes already. I don't know if you guys voted.
I didn't vote.
They're off to the races, man.
Oh,
Are you
really?
serious? People are already voting?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. I just checked it just to see.
Oh, wow. Michael Keaton's running away with this thing.
Yeah, I know. But you can't underestimate those Kurt Angle fans.
Kurt Angle fans, if once this thing gets to like the WWE message boards or whatever, if that's still a thing, whatever. Kurt has been
Whenever Michael Cunningham gets wind,
when Cunningham finds out what's going on here, we're gonna see what happens. So it's on, folks. This is a big one. This is where do you stand? This is what kind of Pittsburgh? You know what I mean? Sports Pittsburgh, or just regular Pittsburgh.
So do you think? Well, we could talk about this. I was going to say, do you think Michael Keaton should have played Mr. Rogers in the movie?
So here's the deal. Michael Keaton worked for Fred Rogers. You know what I mean? He was on the show. You can see Michael Keaton in some of the early late 70s, early 80s episodes. Like, he shows up. Like, it's Michael Keaton, but he's wearing like 80s gym shorts and goggles dancing in a scene. Like, he worked on the show. So Fred Rogers was his boss. So he knew him and then went on his way. And I think they had a really good relationship, too, throughout Michael Keaton's, meteoric rise. So there's that there. And I think Michael Keaton can do anything, personally. Like, I think he's one of the way underrated as an actor. Like, if you see some of the stuff he's doing, it's not just, it's not just gung-ho. It's not just... Beetlejuice. I think his Batman's great, but like everything else. So I think he could have pulled it off. But Tom Hanks kind of like Fred Rogers in a sense. You know what I mean?
I was just thinking the Pittsburgh tie-in would make sense to have had him play, I don't.
Yeah. I auditioned for a small part that ended up not even being in that movie. And the movie had already been shot, and they called me in to be like a pizza shop owner. But a pizza shop owner in New York. You know what I mean? And I was like, can I be a Pittsburgh? So anyway, I auditioned for the director and everything. And it was one of those very few movies. Like, I go into audition for a movie, I really don't care. You know what I mean? Like, if I get the part or not, I feel like if they want me, it's fine, whatever. But that one, I really kind of wanted to have like a one line, just a word in because of the Fred Rogers connection. You know what I mean? Like, that was one that I was like, shit, that got away. So I can understand why Keaton would be pissed off that playing Fred himself would get away. But, Hollywood's Hollywood, man. Tom Hanks was great, by the way. He got the cadence. He's super sweet. I mean, he's 6'4". I mean, Tom Hanks is a tall drink of water. And also, Keaton and Hanks get along. Do you know what I mean? It's not like he was pissed that Tom Hanks got the role. you know, he wanted to play it. That's all. Calls him Tom Terrific.
I mean, I think Tom Hanks did a good job. I just thought maybe, you know, you think there'll be another, like...
Well, this was from a book, right? It wasn't just like the Fred Rogers story. It was from somebody's experience with Fred Rogers. And Fred Rogers, like, you know, mentored people. Like, he mentored Yo-Yo Ma through his whole career. You know what I mean? Like, you don't realize these things, but, like, people, you know, Mr. Rogers. I mean, I didn't know. I met him once when I was like 5. You know what I mean? I asked him. I made an ass of myself and sat in some grape juice in the green room. But, like, you know, everybody has, like, these amazing stories. I mean, I bagged groceries for his wife. For a lot, but I met Mrs. Joanne Rogers is incredible, and you know, she brings it every time. She's amazing. She's like 91 years old. So anyway, I can go off on the. We need Rick C back here for this, because we need somebody that like knows. Get Mary Rawson out here. Get Adrian Weir. People who have been on the show that have produced Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So yeah, I don't know. It was weird. I mean, did you like the movie?
Put on a fuck.
Whoa!
The timing was bad on that. Well, anyway, thank you guys for joining us.
I did like the movie.
We were wrapping up, and it is what it is. Dave, Pete sent a picture of somebody in a more eloquent drug wug.
That's Robbie Basho that I sent that picture of. That's my inspiration. That's what I'm moving towards in life.
Dave, let's bring this up and send him home.
It's coming up. Pete, you got a sort of like an evil. It could be kind of like a cool Jedi guy. You got a Star Wars look thing happening too at the same time. I think.
You guys watching The Mandalorian?
I am. I
Y'all
think I
caught
could
up?
pull that off. Like, that's my inspiration right
Pete,
there.
you literally,
I got the
Pete,
beard going.
Pete, you're
know.
pulling it off right now. You just need to bring your hair down instead of up, and it's over.
Pull
Do
it
a
over
little
to the three
part your hair.
Do like a side part, maybe.
Yeah, dude, that's it. You've got it. Do you have a guitar handy?
I do have a guitar. I can go
do you have those
grab it.
boots? Do you have those boots?
Those boots are pretty sweet. I don't know. Where do I get those boots? That's a question.
Oh man, you can get those. Man.
Christmas is coming.
Christmas
You
is
should ask
coming.
for
Those boots would match your
Santa.
jacket, Dave.
Man, those are some pretty amazing boots. Anyway, folks, thanks for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. The show's relatively over, but the more this thing goes on, I'm pissed off at people not wearing masks, but I'm getting angry that the fact that they're not just if they're gonna shut this thing down, or they're going to close down certain people's businesses, if they're not going to give them money in lieu of closing their businesses down, please just if you know your elected officials, tell them to let people know. Give them at least 48 hours notice before you're shutting everything down on them again. Because people paid a lot of money to winterize their stuff to have even outdoor dining, and now that's probably going to go away too. So it's costing a lot of people money, and people not wearing masks are costing people lives. So we're in a real tricky spot here. We need some leadership. So take it from there. And if I'm looking for leadership, I only look to one person, Sally Wiggin.
Robbie Basho?
Sally Wiggin.
Robbie Basho?
No, I look for one person, and that's Sally Wiggin.
He's a hell of a guitar player.
But when I look for leadership, I look for one person, and that person is Sally
Robbie
Wiggin.
Basho.
When I walk out and there's someone without a mask and they come too close to me, I'm just racked with fear, and then I want to punch them in the face.
I love cookies.
All right, folks, it's going to be exciting. One other thing, on Friday, Dave Bracey is going to be drinking a special batched cocktail made from Kingfly Spirits. So tune in for that. It's going to be a whole different Dave Bracey.
You should get some of that.
All right, well, maybe I will. Maybe I will. We'll see if there's time to get in on it. So have at it, folks. Thank you all very much for watching. Stay safe. Take care of each other. Don't go out unless you have to. Don't go places, even to your family's houses, especially not.
Unless
Keep
you're
it
going out to
safe.
buy a poncho.
Unless you're going out to buy a poncho from a guy on the street. Keep it safe. And seriously, buy local, man. And support local arts. Like the Tonight Show is, I think, a perfect example of that. Alisa and Schwa stuff, please check them both out. And, get into the spirit. Pandemic holidays. It's fantastic. Holly jolly. Shut it down, Dave. Get me out of here. Nobody wants to see this.
Any last words?
My last words. Why? Thank you all for bearing with us here. And take care of everything. As you're shopping, you can find local places and stuff, from Cards Unlimited to what Alisa was selling at Emerald City. Gotta get on that. Emerald Farms. Thank you all very much. Peace. Get some rest. Buy a drug rug with Pete. Start a boy band.
Eat ice cream.
Eat ice cream. Who? Why? Why am I even still? I'm just going to do the show with a mask on Friday, I think. There's. Why? I mean, the show's over, right? I mean, I don't know.
Under the poncho.
Pete, that was creepy.
Where's my drug rug? Where's my drug rug? Drug rug for me?
thin. Oh, you've gained weight? It doesn't show. I'm reading for the role of Norman Bates.